Hey guys, it's almost Halloween here in Almost Heaven, so you know what that means. It's time to get spooky. Spooky season is among us. This is Almost Heaven, Always Us. I'm Corey, and Kelsey, where are you? The wind's gotten a little bit more chilly here in Almost Heaven recently.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed the leaves? They've got a little bit more colorful.
Yeah, a little red, a little orange.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed how a West Virginia night can sound alive? The crickets
Mm-hmm.
stop, the leaves breathe, and for half a heartbeat, the whole mountain holds its breath like it's waiting for you to say something wrong.
Oh, yeah. And it's the quiet that gets you. It's things that you start remembering that your grandma once told you, but she told you not to tell it after dark.
That's right. We grew up hearing stories about this land, about the
Mm-hmm.
ghosts that won't rest, lights that walk, voices that whisper in the tunnels and the creeks, and they hum like they're praying. From the ridges of the Greenbrier to the rivers up north, we have six tales that wander these mountains like smoke from a campfire.
So stoke the coals and pull up your chair close and listen carefully. 'Cause out here, truth and tale sound the same once the night gets deep enough.
Ooh, all right, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Okay,
We
let's
got
get to
six
it.
stories, and here's what we want. Here's what we want you to do. We want you to rank them scariest to least scary. Rank the
Oh.
six stories in order in the comments and tell us what. Oh, and if there's another spooky story we missed, we'll want to hear it. But first, we're going to get started with a story that they know very well, I think. If you're from West Virginia, I think you know this story.
Okay, I
This
would
is
say.
the classic West Virginia ghost story. What is it?
Greenbrier Ghost.
Greenbrier Ghost. And you're going to start us.
Yes. Okay, before we get started with these spooky stories, I have a little spooky friend that wants to sit in on
Ooh, this
these
is a surprise to
stories.
me.
Yes, you have
What we
not
got
seen
here?
him yet.
I'm excited.
A little Mothman baby.
Whoa, let me see him. Aw, he's pretty cute.
He is very cute.
Mortimer Mothman. For some reason, photos of Mortimer always come out blurry. It's a question mark. Like it's asking. The pictures
Oh.
come out blurry.
Well, I'll take a million pictures with this little guy. He's adorable. And he's going to sit right here on the lantern.
Ooh, a nice little audience for us,
Yes.
even though he's facing the wrong direction.
Do you want him?
No, it's fine.
I wish he was
He
facing
can
for
look
me
at
so I can see
look at
him.
our audience
The
because he's
perfect
cute.
spot for Mortimer. Mortimer?
Mortimer.
Mortimer.
All right, we got six crazy stories,
Okay.
right? Six crazy stories.
Yes.
Spooky ones. I put a couple. We worked on these. We put a couple of them that everybody knows because you have to have a couple of the greatest hits on there.
Yeah.
But then there's four stories that are really under the radar. Some of them that we know that we've heard passed down from family members and friends, etc.,
Oh,
etc.
yes, yes,
So they're not
yes.
widely known stories.
Yes.
So this will be the first time you ever heard four of these stories. But we did put two of the greatest hits on there because we like to share the greatest hits too.
Well, who wants a CD if you don't know at least two of the songs?
Exactly. You got to put some of the hits. And we're going to start out strong with one of the greatest hits of West Virginia. If you don't know this story, I say this stuff and now it always gets me in trouble. But because people love to just get aggravated with me when I say it. But I'm going to say it.
Okay, say it.
If you don't know this story, are you even from West Virginia? If you don't know the Greenbrier Ghost, look at her. Anything
can
you
see
see
her.
that's a ghost story of West Virginia, she's in the story. She's
Yeah.
always in it. If you don't know her, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock?
This is passion.
Have you been hiding in Virginia? Or you been up in Maryland or something?
Oh,
Where you
please
been?
Don't say Maryland.
You got to know the Greenbrier Ghost story.
Okay, this is a real documented story. All right, so let's go back to 1897. So this is in Greenbrier County, the Greenbrier Ghost. Near a spot called Livesay's Mill, a young woman, Zana Hester Shue, is found at the bottom of her steps in her house, and her husband, Ernest Trout, was his nickname. Ernest Trout Shue is weirdly controlling about her body and where it's at, what she's wearing. So he dresses her himself, and he knots a scarf really, really tight around her neck. And the doctor gets rushed in, and the cause of death gets stamped as an everlasting faint, which, yes, that's as helpful as a screen door in a submarine.
Everlasting
Because what
faint.
does everlasting faint mean? That just means she fainted and she died.
It's basically like,
she is everlasting.
I don't know.
And she's dead.
Just put something down.
Yeah.
We got to get to dinner.
He was like, man, I'm tired. Okay, and so Zana's mom Mary Jane Hester, she's not buying this story. She knows she had heard complaints that he wasn't the greatest. So she's like, okay, this seems extremely sus. So
Do you think that the fact that his name was Trout was a giveaway?
Trout.
Made him a little sus?
Yeah, that's an interesting nickname.
Mm-hmm.
So the mom, Mary Jane, she's praying and she's grieving. She's up all night. But then a few nights after, she says that Zana starts visiting her at night for 4 nights straight. And Zana is saying the same message every time. She says, he choked me. He broke my neck. The first joint. And that detail really sticks with her. Mary Jane goes to prosecutor John Alfred Preston and asks for the wildest thing to dig her up. To dig up Zana. And they do. They do an autopsy and that showed a crushed windpipe and fractures in the first and second cervical vertebrae, exactly where the ghost supposedly pointed. Trout goes on trial, and the jury hears how he insisted on that collar and scarf, how it was tight around her neck. They hear about that, and they hear about how he had a bad temper, very short, a little hateful in his past. And a very messy history with women. So he's convicted, and he's sent to Moundsville Penitentiary for life, and he dies there a few years later. And because Mary Jane testified under oath about a ghost's visits, this becomes the only American murder case where spectral testimony helped clinch a conviction. And if you ever step quiet by the Greenbrier Cemetery, people swear you'll see a calm figure near the fence line. Not raging, but just making sure the truth stays put. Her headstone says, her death was avenged by her mother's prayer. So this is a real story and a real trial.
Yeah.
Just West Virginia being West Virginia.
Her mother was very religious. We did a full episode on this.
Yeah, full
before.
episode.
And so she's, she wasn't the type that was like in the spooky stuff necessarily. She was a religious figure. She prayed
Praying for
to
the
be
truth.
revealed, and then she claims that her daughter shows up as a ghost. Trout, you said he had a history. I just remember from when we did our full episode. He had another wife who had accidentally had a brick dropped on her head. Accidentally.
Yep.
So he had quite the checkered past. I'm surprised that he was even walking free, but I guess it was easier to do back then.
Yeah.
And then the other crazy twist in the story, other than being the only trial that I'm aware of where a ghost gave testimony and it led to a conviction, was that he went to our version of the Arkham Asylum, Batman's famous prison, where all the villains go. He went to our version, or West Virginia version of that, which is Moundsville Penitentiary, and is possibly one of the ghosts there today because he died there.
Oh, we have.
And he died young because he got life there, but
yeah,
it was like 3 years later or something like that. He died, and it was during I believe that was like an influenza outbreak, and it killed a whole bunch of prisoners.
Yes.
But yeah,
A
wild
very
stuff.
interesting story. You should definitely go back, scroll all the way down to the bottom of our YouTube videos, and you will find it. The Greenbrier Ghost.
I like whenever we go back and tell these historical stories, and then it always ends with like they got sent to Moundsville. This is such a famous place for it's our villain. It's our Arkham Asylum.
Yeah,
I love it. That's a creepy one. That's a good one to get us started.
Yeah.
And one I'm sure that a lot of people are familiar with. But that was a little quick summary of it. If they want the full experience, where can they find it?
One of our earliest videos that we have posted. If you just scroll down to like the very bottom of our page,
5,
yeah, you will see the full story there, and let us know that you are here from this episode. Yeah, that would be really cool.
And what do they win?
You win our acknowledgement.
Bingo. All right, the next one. This one is a story you probably have not heard because this is one of those a friend of a friend type of stories, the classic friend of a friend, taking place in southern West Virginia.
Ooh.
Joshua may have heard it, but no.
Josh?
Yeah, he's definitely heard it. I bet he's heard it. I'm going to guess. Anyway, so I heard this one from my buddy. I think it was his great granddad. He worked in a coal mine, an old school, the kind of one that puts permanent black crescents in your fingerprints. That kind of one, He had a lantern that happened to look identical to this one. Just so happens to be identical to the one on our table right in front of us. Coincidence, I guess.
That's cool.
Anyway, it was a special lantern that he would take with him. Like they all had their lanterns, but he had this special dented lantern that he would put up at the entryway. And it was like a reminder, like a promise. He always said a promise to himself. That light goes up when I go up.
Oh.
You know?
That's creepy.
So one Friday, payday, of course, everybody goes and gets their checks. But for some reason, he had left without it. He had his regular lantern, but he didn't have the promise lantern, we'll call it. The promise lantern got left behind. And he said, well, I'm going to go back and grab it. No big deal. So he goes back to grab it. Well, that's the story anyway. But you know what? He never comes back. So they begin to wonder. Weeks pass, and everybody said, you know, what happened to him? He never came back that night. So you know what the company did? What all the companies do whenever you pass away or disappear. They replace you as soon as possible. So they replaced him, of course, and they get a newbie. They get this newbie in there, and he gets turned around during a small collapse. Lights out.
That's sad.
He don't know where his lantern is. It's lights out. He's belly crawling in the pitch, tasting the dirt. He's panicking. But guess what he sees when he looks up ahead? The single warm glow way down there.
Oh my gosh.
Where there shouldn't be one.
Oh my gosh.
Not another coworker. Should be no one in that area. He follows it because he thinks to himself, what choice do I have? It's the only light I see. The light stays just far enough ahead to make him keep moving. Like going to the end of a rainbow. You just can't quite seem to get there, so he has to keep moving. But it doesn't give him any time to rest. It's almost like it's testing whether he ever wants to see his own kids again or not.
Ew.
He stumbles into daylight, coughing and swearing that he felt a hand on his shoulder kind of guiding him out as he was heading out.
Ew.
I think it was a friendly hand, like, you got this.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. Yeah.
Like this way, son.
Yeah, exactly. It was a guiding hand.
Okay.
Guiding light, guiding hand. And no one believes him, of course. The foreman says he's in shock over what happened.
Yeah.
But then they start seeing some footprints in the coal dust. And they think, some boot prints that doesn't match any of the anybody that was there that day. And an extra set, like 2 of them walked out. So they think, I don't know. It's weird. The story is this. When the power goes and the dark gets heavy and one lone flame shows up, swinging slow and never hurried. If you find yourself underground and seeing this, you have 2 choices. You can either walk toward it and it'll lead you up, or you can stay put and just hope. But if you do that, you're going to see it go further and further away like it's leaving without you. So that's the decision. If you ever find yourself in a cave, you have to make. What are you going to do? You going to follow the light or are you going to stay behind?
Well, I guess I'll follow it now that I know that I'm supposed to.
Here's the thing, though. You ask which ridge that miner's under down there, and the folks will point 5 different directions at once.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how you know it's a real ghost story, because the map won't hold it, but the feeling will.
Oh. I don't like the
So
sound of that.
it seems to me like it's a nice, glowing lantern man. He's just trying to help you out.
Oh, heck yeah.
So if you see the light, you follow the light, right?
Okay.
Is that the...
Go toward the light, they say.
I'm not sure if it's always good advice, but maybe in this particular mine, you might want to do it.
Yeah. All right.
What you got next?
Story number 3.
Where does it take place at? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A very well-known place, Flatwoods.
What in the world could that be?
I don't know. You guess. Ready? Comment it, pause it. Guess. Unpause it. Flatwoods Monster.
No way. Who would have thought?
The Flatwoods Monster. All right.
Now, I can't say what I said on the first one. Like, if you don't know the Flatwoods story, you're not from West Virginia, because we did a full episode on it a little while back, and we got a bunch of comments that's like, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Someone said, I've lived in West Virginia my whole life, and I've never heard of Flatwoods Monster.
It was very accusatory.
So I'm not going to say that this time. I'm just going to say, you should hear about her, and here's your chance.
Here we go. This is a documented story. This is documented. It's not just a story. This is in history. A West Virginia UFO origin story. In 1952, September 12th, after dusk, a fireball cuts across the sky over Flatwoods, and you can see it. It was seen from Sutton to Gasaway. A crew heads up the hill behind the school. Brothers Edward and Fred May, their friends Tommy and Neil, and Edward and Fred's mom, Kathleen May. They've got a flashlight and a dog that's braver than most people. I would say so. They crest the hill, hit the trees with their flashlight, and something shines back at them. They describe something that's 7 to 10 feet tall with a spade-shaped head, 2 round glowing eyes, a skirted body that looks metallic and pleated, like a pleated dress. The air smells so bad, like sulfur, ozone, hot iron, and then there's this high hiss sound. The thing glides toward them, and they bail out of there, as one would. Straight to the sheriff they went. Investigators show up, the local law, a state trooper, and a reporter, and they find skid marks, crushed brush, black oily residue, and the same weird chemically smell hanging around the area. Yes. Later, Project Blue Book basically says it was a meteor and an owl, and they were nervous. It doesn't seem like it was really what they are saying it is. But the witnesses don't agree with this. They know what they saw. So today there's a Flatwoods Monster Museum in a whole town that owns that story, and they call her Braxy. And I'll tell you this. On some foggy nights when the power lines sing and the dogs refuse to run up that hill, you can taste the metal in the air. That's as much proof as you can get in these parts. What do you think of that?
That's spooky. And you said the town owns it, and boy, do they. We
do.
visited recently.
Oh my gosh.
The whole county has the 6 chairs spread out from Gasaway, Sutton to Flatwoods itself. And they have the museum, which we also visited. And we went up for the convention.
Yes.
This year. And so the town's really into it, for sure.
Yes, they are.
It's a big deal. Oh, and we got a sticker. Oh, I don't know if the camera can see it.
I don't think you can.
Hopefully, it says Free Braxy.
Yes, did we release that
You
video?
get that if you visit all the chairs.
Yes. Did we release that video yet, the chairs?
I don't think so.
I'll get that up.
Yeah.
It was a fun one.
But yeah, Flatwoods Monster, true or false?
There was only 1.5 reported sightings of that. So, I mean, what's the guy's name that was supposed to be at the convention, but he had a really terrible injury?
Yeah.
He's the guy to ask, Frank, and he says 100%. A lot of stuff was going on in America at that time with UFOs.
What was documented was lots of UFO activity that particular night across the United States. Yes. And all you need is once. You don't need a cryptid to appear multiple times to make it a thing. One spotting is sometimes all it takes, because it could have been on one single visit.
Yep, it could have. Very well.
Yep. All right. This video is sponsored by no one. But if you would like to hear your business mentioned here, it's an exciting opportunity, because we will be taking sponsors at this point. We are not too proud to take sponsors. So if you would like your business to get out in front of West Virginia audience, a true West Virginia audience, because you know, if you go somewhere else, you could be getting people from anywhere, Indiana, you know, Connecticut is. But if you want a West Virginia audience, this is the place to get it, I think.
Amen.
So yeah, we'll throw that out there. All right, I got one for you. This is the Widow by the Water.
Oh.
And this takes place up in the eastern panhandle, West Virginia. Close to a river. You could say the Potomac River, most likely. North Branch, South Branch, I'm not sure. Not exactly sure where, but it's
there.
It's there. So up there in the eastern panhandle, there's this old river road, of course, with a wooden and steel bridge. Everyone drives over like it's nothing. They drive over it all day like it's nothing, no big deal, until midnight, that is. My aunt told me this story, and she's not dramatic. She only tells the truth. So she told me this story. There used to be a woman in a one-room place near the bend, and guess what? Her husband drowned during a high water. I don't even know what he was out there fishing or something, and the water got him. Just got him. She never moved away, though. She stayed there. And every dusk, she'd walk to the bank, and she'd say his name like it was a prayer that she was almost done believing in. Like she's giving up faith. Yeah. Like that. Yeah. But every night, she was faithful enough to do it, but you could sense that she was starting to lose faith. Yeah. But she was like, if I just keep going out there, maybe one day he'll pop back up. Because they never found him. You know, the river took him. Yeah. And Sad. It's a very sad situation,
Yeah.
obviously. Well, one year, the river swelled up mean, just like it had before. And this time, it took her house clean off the blocks.
Oh.
After that, the people stopped seeing her,
Mm.
but they started hearing her. That's right. Under the bridge, you could hear a hum. It was not the wind, but it was a low tune. And then they would say the way the breeze felt when it happened, it was almost curling around you like it's trying you on.
Oh, like it's clothing you?
Yeah, exactly. Now
Interesting.
you can feel the
Okay.
heaviness. And you hear this hum. And my aunt and her friends, they dared each other one summer. Teenagers, you know how teenagers are, full of bad ideas. Park on the shoulder and walk out to the middle of it at midnight. No cars, just them walking. So no quick getaway. You gotta walk to the middle of the bridge. So they go out there and they hear the wood flexing under their sneakers. Each step they take, you can hear that creak of the wood. But then something much worse than the creak of the wood, the hum. They hear the hum. That after midnight hum. There it goes. Two of the girls laughed. Think it's funny. Maybe they think it's a joke. Maybe they think it's one or the other in their group. But my aunt whispers to him, don't.
Ew.
And that's when the hum switches keys. And then all of a sudden, it sounds more like a mouth pressed to a bottle.
Oh.
Don't, it says back to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She whispers to them, don't. And the hum changes keys and goes, don't.
Yikes.
Not her voice. Not anyone she knows. They leave. Good choice. The rule is now simple. If the river starts singing words, you head for the pavement and don't look down. Which bridge? Whichever one you're brave enough to cross at midnight, because that's the point. You got to be brave enough to go out there and find it. No spoilers here. I'm not sending anybody out there.
I'll go.
You got to figure that one out on your own. You know, those hidden gems of West Virginia that we like to keep hidden, because whenever too many people find out about them, so we say the name and suddenly there's a whole group of college kids out there after midnight, pestering some innocent folks that live near the bridge. But I think we gave you enough clues, so if you're savvy enough, maybe you can figure it out.
Okay, what do you think about witches, Corey?
Not a fan.
Not a fan of witches? You think that they are real? You think they can actually conjure things? You think that they can put a spell on you and now you're mine?
I don't mess with it.
Okay.
That's always my motto. Don't mess with it.
I don't believe in it, but I'm not going to mess with it.
I don't mess with it.
That's you. Well, this one is about a witch.
And actually, I wouldn't say that I don't believe in it.
Oh.
Because I actually have some personal stories that were passed down.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have it on the list, but I could tell it. But I don't have it on the list for tonight. Maybe we save it for another time.
Yes.
But I have some stories.
Absolutely. Yes. We can
in
keep
that
out
regard.
Names, etc.
I know. I have to be careful telling.
These are good.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one is about a witch. The Witch of High Valley. Up in the high country, past where your cell bars quit, people used to go to the woman for stuff that clinics don't offer. Stuff for like colicky babies, fires that won't catch, that kind of thing. One winter, a baby didn't make it. Grief needs a target, and the town picked her. They cleaned up the valley, which is a nice way of saying that they ran her off and watched her roof fall in. After that, the valley got weird. Cows calved with clouded eyes. Ew. That's really sad. Good bread went flat. Matches broke more than they burned. And after any real storm, folks found little bundles tied with twine down by the river stones. The old lady said those were warnings. Leave them where they are and your home stays warm. Bring one inside and your stove will go stubborn and your rooms will sound like somebody holding their breath. This kid I knew took one for a TikTok. Can you believe that?
Wow.
By morning, his house was quiet in the wrong way. The thermostat was on, but the vents were dead. His mom put the bundle back where he found it and tapped the rock twice like she was knocking on a door. He came back with a cough and a face full of dust. People ask me which valley I'm in, and I just say, mind your manners and leave anything tied with twine exactly where the mountain put it.
So I got a couple questions there.
Yeah, I do
If
too.
you found a bundle of sticks tied together with twine, like out in the woods, you picking it up?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
So you're that kid.
I just know myself, yeah.
So this kid, he knew the story, and he thought this will be funny. So he went out, thought he found one in the woods, was doing a little TikTok about it, and then apparently his thermostat. Yeah. Well, his thermostat worked, but his heat did not.
Yeah. I don't know if he was trying to be funny or if he was just really trying to test it. Yeah. Like, I like this.
So that's an old story, right? They were probably doing, like originally, that was an old story. They were doing probably wood fireplaces.
Yes.
So this kid's probably got the modern, sound like the modern thermostat and central air, but it still works. So it's an old witchy story from like the 1800s, but it still works today. Like if you find her bundle of sticks and bring them in, yes, even your modern appliances will stop working.
Yes.
So basically, what this poor baby didn't make it, and so the town decided it was her fault and ran her out of town. Yeah. That's sad. Yeah. So she may or may not have had anything to do with it.
Yeah, she may not. I mean,
but you know what's interesting? Just to play advocate here, the town never had any problem with witches after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You follow?
Yeah.
So they ran her out of town, and then the witch problem went away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So did it work?
But she helped moms with their colicky babies.
And what's with the cows and the clouded eyes?
I don't know. I don't even want to think about that.
And what happens if you have a calf?
Did she just say, okay, did she say, okay, baby cows and bread, you're not going to be good anymore?
Well, those were warnings, she said.
Warnings? What is a warning of a clouded calf eye?
I think she was just showing her abilities off. Like, if I can cloud these calf's eyes, and what was the other thing? The bread, then I can turn off your heat, too.
Calves.
Well, remember, her whole purpose in the beginning was the colicky babies and helping people with stubborn fires. She was selling some sort of fire starter. That was kind of her thing. So she's like, well, that makes sense then. You drive her out of town, and then you're going to have trouble starting fires if that's what she was helping with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what if the cows' clouded eyes were like that because she wasn't there to, like, help them? Yeah.
So what I'm saying is she may have not even been a witch. This could still be true. Yeah. All this could be true because if she had the materials, whatever it was, I don't know, whatever helped you start a fire.
What if she was just good with using...
and she wasn't there to sell it to you anymore. So the people who sucked at making fires would suck at make fires if she's not there to help.
And she's just obviously using, like, her garden is always green. She's using the earth's natural resources
she's very, like a
to take care of babies, to take care of animals and
She sounded like a great lady to me.
She doesn't sound like a witch.
I don't know what the problem is.
She doesn't sound like a witch.
I don't think she was a witch.
Yeah.
I think she was a good old girl.
Herbs wrapped in leaves. Go in any good homemaker's house right now and tell me they don't have herbs wrapped with stuff hanging from their ceiling.
Yeah. This is what we should have been doing. We should have been breaking down each story. So what do you think? Opinion on this?
I don't think she was a witch.
No, true or false? The story, other than her being a witch, like the everything around the story, true or false?
I think it's fiction.
Think it's totally fiction, just an overall story that somebody made up.
No, I think the whole Vince, like I think.
Oh, the TikTok part.
The TikTok.
I think that's fake.
I think that's fake.
You think that TikTok kid was doing it for clout?
Yeah.
He was faking it.
I do.
Yeah. Probably. It sounds like TikTok to me.
Yeah.
TikTok scares me, so.
TikTok is frightening. We have it, but we just post and we will not scroll.
All right. I've got our last story here. This one takes place pretty close to our house. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Hear it.
This is called the Tunnel Whisper. Whispers in the dark. Yeah. Every college town has a tunnel you're not supposed to walk in after dark. Is that a fact? Is that a fact? I think that's a fact, right?
Yeah.
If you look hard enough, you can definitely find a tunnel if you're in a college town. If not, you guys aren't looking hard enough.
Yeah.
We do have that tunnel. It has rules. No flashlight, no phone light, no running. No running. You walk slowly.
Don't run. We're the ones who run.
You may catch that. You may know that reference. You may not. It's a good one.
If you do,
we say it a lot in our house. You walk the center line and you count your steps. And if you hear anything that sounds like your name, you do not answer. No, you do not answer. So if you're walking through the tunnel and you hear somebody whisper, Kelsey, what do you do?
Please leave me alone. I'm
No,
scared.
you don't answer. I just told you. I just told you that.
I have a family.
All right. So when I was in college, we were already married, you and me.
Mm-hmm.
And what's
You and me.
my first rule is when it comes to scary stuff, what's my rule?
I don't mess with it.
I don't mess with it, right? So we had a friend group, a bunch of fellas that were going to go out there and go to the tunnel. They tried to talk me into it, and I said, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go home with my wife, but y'all have a good time. I really hope it's a swell time.
Yeah, we're going to watch The Office on the couch.
You enjoy it. Now I went home and watched The Office with you, my wife. But here's the story that they told me when they got back. They said the first half was damp concrete, and all you could hear was your own breath.
Ew.
You'd breathe too loud, and you get a little jump scare. I'm like, oh, what was that? Oh, it's just me breathing. But around the middle of the tunnel, here's the thing, the acoustics get weird. It's like space is folding the sound back to your ear. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I feel like
it's folding the
when
sound.
that happens to me, it hurts.
Right. So they were counting in their heads, as they're supposed to do, walk in the center line, and you have to count 1, 2, each step. Now, they all disagreed on the number, but they all agree that it was around 30-something. I don't know why they had different numbers. I guess the person in the front of the line would
Maybe they have different pacing.
have different. But at any rate, at one point, my friend, and I don't want to say any names here, so we'll call him Daniel.
Oh.
Daniel hears someone say, "You should have told him. You should have told him." It wasn't his voice, and it wasn't anyone else's voice that he recognized. And it didn't sound like an insult. It was more like a fact. And the thing is, he knew what it was talking about because he had been hiding a secret for a few months. He had been ducking a secret for a few months. I hate to say this if anyone of the group knows, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna tell the story. All right, this is what happened. There was some cheating involved. It was college, and his girl been cheating on him, or his buddy, and we'll call him. Well, you come up with a name. What do you want to call him?
Shadrach.
Okay. So Shadrach's girl.
And Daniel.
Shadrach's girl had not been very faithful. Daniel knew. Ask me how he knew.
Bendigo told him.
More or less, yeah. So he had found out that this girl was unfaithful to Shadrach. And he wanted to tell him, because that's what bros do. But part of him was like, I don't want to get involved in this drama. It's not for me. She had actually found out. She found out that he knew. And so she came to him first and she begged him. She was like, please don't tell him. It'll ruin our relationship. It was a mistake. It was one night. I was drinking. It's college. It was Thirsty Thursday. I was downtown. I wasn't in the right headspace. I messed up. I kissed this fella. But if you tell him our relationship is ruined forever, please don't tell him. So Daniel said, oh, man. He was torn. He was really torn because he's like, that's my bro. It'll ruin the relationship. It was a mistake. She got drunk. And here's the thing. because they were all these. It's hard to explain it now as a 35-year-old. But back when I was in college,
it was like
everyone was out drinking all the time, right? Well, yeah, they were always drinking, and they would always just blame it on drinking.
What's the girl's name?
Well, I was drinking. Well, you can name her. Delilah. And they were always drinking, so they'd always just blame it on that.
Yeah.
Like, I was drinking. I don't know.
I know.
So.
And everything's more so dramatic.
Yeah, and everything's dramatic. So, basically, we all thought they're going to get married because that's how things are. Everything is heightened. And you're like, oh, they're going to get married and have kids one day. But if I tell the secret, it's done.
Yeah.
So what do I do? So Daniel hadn't told, but he had a nagging feeling that he should tell. So he knew exactly what was going on whenever he heard that voice. He knew exactly what it was talking about. You should have told him. But he kept walking because that's the rules. The rules say you don't stop.
Oh,
so he keeps walking. They got out. They did that shaky laugh thing, that, yeah, we're all fine. That was fun. We're all having a good time here, right?
Fun and cool.
Later on, they pulled out someone's phone, and you can can't see anything. So someone had recorded, stuck it in their pocket and recorded. Couldn't see anything, but they picked up audio.
Ooh.
And it sounded a lot like Daniel. 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 And then the next sentence, it was kind of like not as clear because it was in the pocket. So most of the guys couldn't tell what it said because it was so scrambled. But Daniel heard just enough that he could make it out because he had heard it clearly in the tunnel, and it said, "You should have told him." So here's the thing, you know, Daniel comes out. He knows what it's talking about. No one else knows. They never went back after that. But the dare is now to go alone. You keep your mouth shut no matter what you hear. And you don't bring secrets. That's the big thing. Don't bring any secrets because the tunnel is going to out your secrets. The place eats them up and spits them out, and it spits them out in someone else's voice. Which tunnel? You ask? Ask 10 locals and you'll get 9 different answers. But if you asked enough people and you start to say, is it this tunnel? And then they just shake their head at you like, that's how you might know it's the right tunnel. You want to find it.
Yeah.
Go look for it.
Are Shadrach and Delilah together?
No. They didn't make it after all. He found out actually like a week later from somebody else. One of the other bros told him.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. And, you know, I think actually they tried to make it work for a while. They got together like for another week.
On and off.
Yeah.
She was getting her MBA and he was like, I'm dropping out.
I think she was truly
That's why
sorry.
they weren't
And
together.
I think she was truly intoxicated when it happened. Truly sorry. But, you know, it just didn't work out. And,
Probably for the best.
I think they're both married now.
That's good.
And to other people. And
Yeah.
probably have kids and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. I don't keep in touch, but
All right.
yeah, good times. All right, I look over at our fireplace right now and I see it's just coals at this point. The shadows, they got names, and the hills, they're listening again.
And have eyes.
Yeah, somewhere out there, somebody's telling one of these stories like it happened to a cousin. But that's how West Virginia keeps a secret. One person at a time, because, you know, we like to keep our hidden gems hidden, even our ghost stories. We don't want all these places exactly announced or people will be swarming in.
Yeah, these are ours.
This is ours. Now, whether you believe them or not, just remember, the state's full of ghosts. Some wear old boots and some drive Subarus. And some look a lot like you, just trying to find their way home.
Amen, man.
Here's one.
Yes.
You like the hat?
Yeah, I do love your Halloween hat.
All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed those stories. If you did, go ahead and rank them. We want to hear the scariest to the least scariest. So rank them 1 through 6. Tell us your favorite story. Tell us some good ghost stories. Leave them in the description. You got to leave them a comment. You got to make them pretty good descriptive, though. You can't just be like, one time I saw a ghost. Like, we need a good detailed story.
Or if it's a good detailed story, email it and we will read it.
There you go. Almost haven't always us at gmail.com.
We'll say who it's from.
Yeah, we'll give you credit.
That'll
for
be
sure.
Fun.
Absolutely. And, you know, because we love doing that. We love user-submitted things because whenever you come out here and listen to the podcast,
you're part of the story, too.
And you can literally be part of the story. Thanks for listening, guys. And if you like that story and you want more West Virginia content, the best way to do that is to click right here to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you.
Bye.